our home, our beloved Los Angeles, is burning in flames. I grew up here in LA. I've experienced the earthquakes, I've experienced all the fires, and I've even had to evacuate my home in the past. But this is worse than anything I've ever seen. In fact, it's worse than anything any of us have ever seen here in LA. Right now, LA needs help more than ever. If you're following the news, there's probably not much more that I can say that you probably already don't know. It's bad. It's probably actually worse than you think. If you're not from LA, the feeling here is like, I am legend. I wanted to make this video dedicated to Los Angeles because it's my home and it's been my home for my entire life. I want to shed light on some injustices that I've personally been hearing about these shitty, greedy corporations. Next, I want to give my thoughts on what this means for the future of entertainment and filmmaking here in Los Angeles. And whether you're living in LA or not, I want to provide resources and information on things to look out for. First and foremost, I just want to say that I'm in awe of all the first responders who've put their lives on the line to protect us since the very first day of these fires. And I also want to shout out the outpouring of support from the communities all around town. People are volunteering their time, their money, and their energy to help the victims who have completely lost everything. It's really beautiful to see, and it makes me proud to call LA home. Whether it's from natural causes, climate change, or arson, these fires are all affecting the same type of people. Innocent, hardworking individuals, many of them who have raised families in these homes. These are a lifetime of memories completely wiped away. Years and years of hard work and saving just to get their dream home, all gone in an instant. LA is often perceived as a place with snobby actors and pop stars perched on the hills. But this city is so much more than that. It's home to blue-collar workers. It's home to educators shaping young minds, doctors saving lives, innovators dreaming up the future, and hardworking people grinding day and night to make their dreams a reality. They breathe the same air, walk the same streets, and carry the same hopes in their hearts. LA is not just a fantasy, y'all. It's a city full of real, vibrant, everyday people. My heart goes out to those who have lost their homes in these devastating fires. And what really pisses me off are motherfuckers trying to capitalize on the lowest point in these innocent people's lives. First off, we have looters. People breaking into evacuated homes to steal what? A PS5? A TV? From people who have fled their homes out of safety? Are you crazy? You're the most pathetic, lowest denominator of a human being that could possibly exist. I can't believe you'd even try to or attempt to do that. Second, we have these bitch-ass insurance companies abandoning people when they need help the most. Y'all know how expensive fire insurance is, especially here in LA? It already costs an arm and a leg every month. And for some people, it's like the cost of a mortgage. And what's crazy is that some people have paid this for decades, only to be dropped right before this catastrophic event. I recently watched a video where a woman shared how her 90-year-old parents had been paying for fire insurance for over 70 years, only to be canceled a few months before this all happened. Out of nowhere, they canceled them out of nowhere. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? Thankfully, they did announce a memorandum to protect these victims who've had their insurance canceled out of the blue recently. And I truly hope that these people can get the coverage they need to recover from all the damage. And in addition to that, I hope the government steps in to make sure that insurance companies don't fuck us in the future, because living in LA is already very, very expensive. At the same time, Los Angeles is facing a massive shift. The film and entertainment industries have already been packing their bags and leaving over the past few years, with a lot of agencies and production companies moving their projects overseas to countries in Latin America, countries in Europe, and even Asia. These fires could have honestly been the final blow to a city that's already been struggling to hold on to its creative heartbeat. I know so many crew members who moved across the country to come to LA, and they're getting less jobs now than they did before they even moved. As a filmmaker, the last thing I would want is for other filmmakers or clients to be deterred from bringing their projects here to LA because of the fires. See, a lot of people's livelihoods depend on the film industry in LA, and they need work now more than ever. So if you have an upcoming production, please consider filming it here in LA. I mean, you got to understand, this city has the best of the best stages, indoor locations, the best crew members. And by the way, if you need a stage, I got you. We literally have everything in-house, from cameras to lights to all the little equipment you need or lenses. Everything is here in-house. So if you need support, you can also hit me up as well. Now, for those living here in LA, even if you are not directly affected by the fires, you should still be concerned about your health, because those fumes from the smoke are very toxic. If you go outside, if you step foot outside, you got to do yourself a favor and wear an N95 mask at the very least. Like, even if you see blue skies and you don't see smoke in the air and it looks clear, wear the damn mask. And no, not a thin mask or one of those cheap surgical ones. N95 should be the bare minimum, because even an N95 isn't filtering all of those chemicals that you don't see in the air. And if you can even wear something more protective, like a P100, which is like one of the next steps up, then do it. Absolutely do it. If you look at the air quality index, aka the AQI, and it says the air quality is good, it's not really accurate, because AQI doesn't measure the toxic chemicals from the burnt houses. Think about all the asbestos, the lead, the paint, and plastic, particularly from a lot of the older homes that were burned, homes that were built 50, 60 plus years ago. And there's a lot of those homes right now that have completely burned down. So the fumes from these homes are lingering in the atmosphere. I actually just saw this article, and it just came out, and it said that cancer is the unseen danger in the LA fires. In fact, now they're saying that cancer is the #1 leading cause of death among firefighters. Don't feel stupid or embarrassed about wearing a mask. You're actually stupid if you don't wear one. I know it's giving COVID, but trust me, it's worth it. And I'm honestly very concerned when I go outside and nobody's wearing a mask. I've always been the black sheep of my family, but Los Angeles became the place where I could truly explore who I am and discover my purpose. It's not just a place where I've built a career. It's where I've created lasting relationships and opportunities for myself and for others. This city is our home. LA is worth fighting for, and we need you to be a part of that fight. If you're an Angelino and can make time to donate items or volunteer locally, I'll include a link that has a lot of places and shelters that you can contribute to. If you're new to this podcast, I generally keep my topics more creative and entertainment industry focused. And as long as things don't ramp up here in LA, we can hopefully continue new episodes as these fires slowly calm down. Fingers crossed. We have an amazing guest coming up, and I'm so excited for you to hear their story. But for now, my focus is here on supporting my community and those who need us more than ever. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And most importantly, I want to take a moment of silence for all the victims who have been affected by the fires here in LA this year. I love you. I'm here for you. Take care. Peace.